My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, huh?
Oh my God.
That's my whole synopsis. It's just the lyrics to that song.
I'm sure it is.
All I know is I want to use this picture for the thumbnail.
That's John Voight.
John Voight in this movie just makes the whole
Perfect.
thing.
Chef's kiss.
Just makes the whole thing work.
I actually got to meet John Voight one time.
Did you really?
Very
Yeah.
nice guy.
I'm sure.
Was he
I'm sure.
horny when you met him?
For a snake, yeah.
Is it just me, or does the jungle make you really, really horny?
Totally.
There's something about this jungle. It just makes me horny.
Yeah.
Classic.
Happens to the best of us.
Wow.
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 Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Salty Nerd Podcast. We're talking Anaconda because it's part of August Bites.
Don't want none.
Don't want none unless you got buns.
Hun.
Hun. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm joined as always, Dutch Butters.
Hi.
What's up? How you doing, man? What a week.
Feeling a little horny.
Same.
Snakes make me horny.
Snakes and horn dogs.
Young J-Lo.
Young J-Lo.
She was still from the block.
The drug dealer from
God.
Pulp Fiction.
She turned into a freaking bitch. Man.
I gotta stab her 3 times?
You guys have it through. No, man, just got fucking one time.
The drug dealer. The original Marty McFly.
Yeah, the original Marty McFly.
Was she,
Eric
was,
Stoltz.
do you think she was as much of a diva at this point in her career? As she
No.
Oh, I've heard otherwise.
Oh, really?
I heard she has always.
Always been
yeah.
like that?
She
I kinda
was
think so.
never from the block.
Oh, that's wild. Wow. And then we got
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
His first line in this movie is, "It's going to be a good day." I'm like,
Yeah, well, today's a good day.
Is that right?
yeah, man, we know you made the song. Good stuff. This movie's great.
I was shocked at the cast. I hadn't seen this movie in
It's been a while. Yeah.
decades. And I was like, wait a minute, Luke Wilson,
Oh.
Ice Cube,
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson,
Yeah.
Ice Cube,
John
not
Voight.
to be confused with Ice-T,
Not to be confused. No.
John Voight,
the
J-Lo.
dude from Jumanji.
I'm like, holy crap, this is a great movie.
Papa Parrish from Jumanji's in this movie.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about him.
And the mummy.
And the mummy. Oh, yeah. He was the mummy guy. Yeah. Okay.
Good stuff.
Wow. What a cast. All right. Anyway, Anaconda, 1997? What year
Are
is
we
it?
not introducing anyone else?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Jude is here.
Hi,
Also,
it's my birthday.
Jude's birthday. Happy birthday, Jude.
Thanks.
And
I'm
Nath-
excited to be talking about
dude.
Anaconda.
I'm so stoked. I know we got our schedule a little fucked up this month, but
Well, we got robbed.
yeah. But like just shit happened. We couldn't record last week. But I'm really looking forward to Dog Soldiers. I know you already watched it, so don't.
I have not watched it yet.
I
You
know
haven't watched it yet?
I've seen it before,
Oh, okay.
but you've never seen it, right?
I have now.
You have now.
Yeah, because
And
I thought we were talking about
I
it
know.
today.
Next week, I'm genuinely excited for your reaction to that
Okay.
movie. Kadish is also here.
I am. I went and saw this movie in the theater when it came out.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I liked it even less the second time around than when I saw it in the
I
theater.
don't know what to do with them.
Hit me with a synopsis, Jude.
All right. 1997, Anaconda, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour, 29 minutes. This had a budget of $45 million. What do you think this brought into the box?
45 mil?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it made 62 million.
All right, Dutch.
$62 million and $1, Bob.
Budget of $45 million with a box office of $136 million. Smackaroonies.
Wow. How many Anaconda
You
movies are
just
there?
got $1.
I got $1.
I win.
I think there are like 3, aren't there?
Oh, there's a bunch of
three or
them,
4.
right? Yeah, but they're all like all the other ones are like super low budget. though,
Alex
aren't
got just like half of a speedboat.
they? Yeah.
The other half was like eaten by an anaconda.
Yeah. Anaconda.
You ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Listen. The jungle gets everyone horned up. And John Voight really wants to fuck a snake.
Ugh.
J-Lo is very serious about serious filmmaking. Everyone else is horny. And those anacondas are begging for some if you got buns, hun. Discuss.
Okay. Having not seen this movie in a long, long time, I figured it was going to be like a cheese fest. I was watching it on my couch alone. I had it on the big screen. I had my Bluetooth headphones
Jerking
on.
it because
So horny.
so horny.
So horny.
Really, really horny.
But I'm like, is this, I don't know. There was a thought that went through my head. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like, were they trying to take this seriously and just failing epically? Or was it intentionally ridiculous?
I think both. I think John Voight was doing something.
Okay.
But the whole movie, I feel like he was
Wait.
going for no one's going to even get this.
You
and
guys,
no one has.
You guys are discounting the 90s factor with this movie.
Oh, sure.
Because back in the 90s, this was taking things seriously.
Wow.
And John Voight just showed up and he's like, I'm going to do my impression of Al Pacino doing Tony Montana.
No.
I don't know. It could be dangerous.
I figured it out.
Okay.
So they had Danny Trejo in the beginning of this movie, right? And John Voight's character is like business partners with Danny Trejo. And I think he was like, I'm going to do my impression of Danny Trejo the whole movie because I'm like his business partner. And it makes sense that we would be similar and from the same area. Like, I think he was trying to do a Danny Trejo the whole time.
I don't think he got there.
No, he did a terrible job. I'm not saying he did a good job.
I completely disagree.
Really?
Because if you listen to him and then you listen to Al Pacino as Scarface, it's the exact same voice. Like he was basically like, I can't do a Cajun accent, so I'm just going to do Tony Montana. and like, you know, he's a guy, he's worked with Pacino before.
Yeah,
like,
Tony Montana. Yeah, I could see Tony Montana.
He's like, you come at me, take your gun away from you.
The devil inside everyone.
Construction business. I work a lot with my hands.
Gotta get those snakes. You know?
The only thing
Snakes
is
want you alive.
It's like,
the only thing that
I
would have made
really
this
wanna-
movie better.
fuck a snake.
What's up?
The only thing that would have made this movie better is if Van Damme was in it.
Van Damme would have been great.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, he would have roundhouse kicked the snake in the face though.
I'm just
At
punching
least
the snake.
once.
Oh man, if Jean-Claude had been there instead of John Voight,
No.
this would have been a
No.
completely
Have
different
them
movie.
both. Then you
Have
put
them both in it?
yeah.
What's Jean-Claude gonna do?
And he can be the boat pilot or something.
The guy who dies?
What
But it'd
if
be
one
epic.
of the anacondas comes up and then when it gets to like camera level, it's got the face of Mark Wahlberg and it goes, say hello to your motherfucker. And it eats someone.
Ooh. That's scary. No, this movie, dude, I had so much fun. It was so stupid.
We haven't even mentioned Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz, dude,
Another
this guy.
banger, dude.
This guy.
This cast is incredible.
Yeah.
For this shitty of a movie, this is an amazing
I like how
cast.
Eric Stoltz just sleeps through like
The
the
whole-
entire
the
middle
whole
part of the
he gets
movie.
knocked out. So they're doing something. He's got him in his scuba gear, right? He has to get in the water. I can't remember why he was getting in the water. Does it remember?
Their propeller got stuck on
That's
something.
right.
He has to go down and get it
That's right.
off. It was like a rope
And at this
or a
point,
branch or something.
They find stranded John Voight on like a wrecked boat, and they're like, "Oh, look at this poor bastard! Let's rescue him." There's so many things wrong with this movie.
John
but
Voight
you can't talk about them.
and the boat pilot are in cahoots.
Right.
So and they're trying to go up to like some
Mythical, like
Indian tribe
tribal
shit, right?
area place
to,
where the
to kill
giant
to
snake.
get the giant
Shimmy
snake.
shama.
Yeah.
Shimmy sham.
But they don't want to kill the snake. They want to capture it alive because it's worth more alive.
It's King Kong.
Yeah, basically.
You wanna
Oh,
take it-
yeah.
They can take it back.
It's King
Take it back
Kong.
to New York and show everybody the giant
King Snake.
Make $1 million.
Attack
There
of
you
the
go.
Giant Python.
It's King.
Dude.
It's King Kong.
It's King Kong. Yeah. You just unlocked this.
I just blew my
You
mind.
just blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god,
King
the plot to King
Python.
Kong.
King Python. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
But they're going there. They find John Voight. Now, I didn't realize that the pilot or the boat captain that was on the boat with the crew, he's already in cahoots with John Voight. I didn't get the impression that
I
they knew
just
each other.
learned that right now.
I think so.
I've seen this movie like 10 times.
I did not get the impression.
they give each other the look.
I get the impression that
times.
like he knew who he was, maybe by like rumor.
I feel like they needed a bigger boat and they had an idea how to like. Maybe I'm just stupid.
I didn't get
don't
none
know.
of that.
I didn't get none of that
No,
either.
they didn't need a bigger boat. They needed bait,
Bait
human bait.
Human bait.
Americans, stupid Americans.
Stupid Americans. That one dude's from L.A. Who the guy from Jumanji cracked me up, dude. He was so like just playing
Is that
the role.
the British guy?
The British guy who's like,
Jonathan Hyde.
Would you carry my bags for me, darling? I need to get my stogies out of the bag over there, and then we're gonna get my golf clubs and play golf in the Amazon. It was so ridiculous.
The weirdest thing to me, like rewatching this, was it like 30 years after it came out, something like that, is Ice Cube. So they're a documentary crew, right?
Yeah.
And Ice Cube is the cameraman. But nowadays it's like HD video, like that would be the camera that they'd be using. And he's using a full-on Aeroflex,
Yeah.
like
film
camera.
like it has film.
Yeah, like he's got like battery packs strapped to him. He's got like the film magazines. He's checking the gate. I'm just like, oh
He
man.
did a bunch of research before he started this movie, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna have you." And he was like, "No, my character knows his shit.
Yeah.
You better put it in the movie."
Yeah.
Well, it was just like there was a time where like when you did documentaries and you went into the swamp, you had no choice but to use film.
Mhm.
It was like a very, very difficult thing to do. But nowadays it's all just video.
Nowadays, you
digital.
just got to
Take an iPhone with
on
you.
a phone.
iPhone's got 1080p, 4K recording. What was I gonna say, dude? I just had a good time with this. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
None of this movie makes any sense.
This was, to me, this is what August Bites is all about.
Yeah, the
This is
cheesy
the
B.
perfect August Bites movie.
Yeah.
It's
I
kind
concur.
of big budget, lots of good actors.
J-Lo.
J-Lo, John Voight, but stupid as fuck.
So
it's like,
dumb.
this is the dumbest fucking movie.
When Owen
It's
Wilson and his girlfriend go out into the woods and they're like gonna get
Oh,
we're gonna get
fuck.
sounds of the nature.
We're gonna go fuck
Then we're gonna go
jungle.
so horny. And I'm like, if you were in the Amazon
Yeah.
and you were gonna bang, you'd be covered in
Look,
bugs
there's-
so friggin'
there's
fast.
no way.
Immediately.
There's no way I'm fucking in the jungle.
No way.
I'm not
Things are gonna
putting my
crawl up
ass
somewhere.
on the ground
No.
in the jungle.
You're gonna have a bullet ant
Even
crawl
with
up your anus.
clothes on. I'm not sitting down
No, dude.
anywhere.
5 minutes before this scene, they had a scene where they're talking about how the little bugs go up your dick hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the water.
And lodge themselves in your
yeah,
urethra.
And you're gonna go bang in the jungle? No,
That's a real fucking thing.
it's a real thing. There's no
Plus
way.
all the humidity.
Oh God. And the
Look,
mosquitoes.
man, if I'm in the Amazon, the last thing I'm gonna do is fuck.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
I'm
That's-
not interested.
Their whole
No.
their dynamic,
It's like-
we're like, oh my God, the jungle makes me so horny. It's like,
look, first off, you need to go take a shower.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And second off, there's no water that you're taking a shower in that I want to be with you after you've taken it.
What are the
It's like that Amazon water. Ugh.
the Jumanji guy when he gets he's like, the last time I was in water this dirty, I was covered in leeches.
Last time I was in water like this, I was up all night picking leeches off my scrotum.
Yuck.
Gross. Yeah, that was the most that took me out of the movie a little bit. It really did.
You know what took me out of the movie?
What's that?
Every single time John Voight said anything.
Oh my God.
Oh,
It was
it's terrible.
so good though. That look that he
What?
does. That look that he does when J-Lo was like doing her
I think
ponytail.
he gave himself a lazy eye at one point. I don't know how he did it.
And he's sitting
Yeah.
there and he goes,
Oh, and then when
gonna feed you to
J-Lo
my
has to
snake.
like seduce him.
oh, it's so cheesy. But he
so
clocks
gross.
it. Here's the thing about
Yeah,
that
he
scene,
clocked it
right?
Immediately.
He immediately knows he's
Still
fucking,
puts
you know,
his
she's
tongue in
fucking
her
with
mouth.
him. And he's like, I haven't had a woman in a while.
You're so good at that. It's creeping me out.
But at least you'd be there to protect us.
You need protection?
I'm gonna take you in a manly way. It's gonna be good, all right? It's gonna be good.
Hey, you're horning me up right
It's
now.
gonna be real good. And then he takes it right, but he knows. Here's the thing that's really messed up about this guy. He's a real villain of this movie.
Yeah.
He knows that she's trying to seduce him in order to distract him, right?
Yeah.
But he goes along with it because he wants to make out with her. He's like, I'm gonna get a good smooch out of this. It's gonna be great.
But then he lets her know that he's in on it because he doesn't actually want her willingly.
Yeah.
He wants her to struggle.
Yeah.
So creepy.
He's so gross.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
gross.
there's so many scenes in this movie where he's just like staring at her.
Oh, yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, with that one eye. He's going for like a weird Captain Ahab type thing. But okay.
I actually thought the other chick was hotter. But
Oh, the redheaded chick?
That's just me.
But, well, you're a ginger guy.
I guess
you know,
so.
I get it.
Well,
yeah.
she wasn't that actress like the main person in Eight-Legged Freaks.
I don't know.
Possibly.
I'll
She,
carry
have to
she
look.
was in that. She was also on one of the MTV. It was like a dating show. Like I think it was Remote Control.
She was on Eight-Legged Freaks.
Kiri Wearer?
She's known for
Carrie
Eight-Legged
something, yeah.
Freaks and Hellraiser, Thinner, Sliders,
Oh, she's-
Sharknado. She's a bee queen girl.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to go down her
Is that
movie
the
list.
Hellraiser Deader.
Deader.
Nice.
Hellraiser Deader.
She's smoking hot, though. Yeah, yeah.
Something
Yep.
called Alien Tornado.
Ooh, fuck.
Oh, hold on a
Next
second.
year.
If you click on her IMDb, it says safe search blur. What happens if I turn it off?
I don't know. Probably getting naked.
Ooh.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello, Google.
Sorry.
I feel like I'm in the swamp.
Put some leeches up your penis.
It's not your fault. The jungle made you horny.
The jungle made you
Went
horny.
looking for it because
For
of the
sure.
jungle.
Yeah. I did like.
Is that the title? Leeches on your penis?
No, jungle makes you horny. Yeah. Anaconda, aka the jungle makes you horny.
Is there-
Jungle
Wait.
equal sign
Is there,
horny.
is there a bee monster movie out there about giant leeches?
Well,
There's
dude,
got to be, right?
do you remember the scene
Leech.
from Peter Jackson's King Kong, where they go into that crevice and
yeah.
they're fighting the bugs, and then
Ugh.
Andy Serkis gets eaten by a giant leach?
It's a
Do you
horrific
remember
scene.
that?
It's a horrific scene.
Oh,
It gives me the chills
it's
now.
so disgusting. Have you never seen that?
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
It was
You would lose your mind.
Next level CGI.
Yeah.
People getting eaten by bugs.
Yeah, this is like Peter
It's gnarly.
Jackson, like just.
I
You know what
love
I mean?
Lord of the Rings, but I don't fucking trust that dude.
He's got there's some real gross out factor in that
Yeah.
movie.
Bad Taste is a classic.
There was another movie by Peter Jackson.
Dead
that,
Alive.
Was it Dead Alive?
Yeah.
So good.
Okay, we need to watch that because I
Yeah.
found out that Kate Beckinsale, Galadriel from the Game of Thrones, from
You mean Kate
Lord of the Rings.
Blanchett?
Blanchett, thank you. Kate Blanchett said that the
Beckinsale
reason
is-
why she agreed to do Lord of the Rings was because she wanted to work with Peter Jackson after watching
Bad taste.
not
Right.
Bad Taste.
Oh,
What was the one he
Dead
just
Alive?
said? Dead Alive.
okay.
Are you sure it wasn't Heavenly Creatures that she mentioned?
I'm pretty. No, it doesn't sound. Maybe I don't know. I have to Google it. I watched an interview with her and I was like, no way.
Oh man.
Some
Well-
shitty Peter Jackson movie made you want to do that?
You guys don't understand like how big Bad Taste and Dead Alive were, especially in like the New Zealand, Australia area. Like
I gotta check it out.
those movies were like continental pride.
They said
in terms-
cunt.
Well, now I want to watch this tonight. Can we watch this tonight? It's my birthday.
If you want to watch Peter Jackson's Dead Alive, I am 100% on board.
Okay.
That sounds like something I'm going to miss out on.
There's a priest that says, "I kick ass for the Lord" right before he kills.
Why would you ruin that for me?
Is that the movie with the lawnmower?
Yes,
Oh, God. What?
Ugh.
they use a lawnmower to kill a bunch of zombies.
Okay, all right. It's enough. Don't spoil
Why
it.
are
Don't
you
spoil it.
spoiling this movie?
Don't
for
spoil
me?
it. This sounds glorious.
I don't
There's
Anyway.
a lot of
wanna watch it
fluids.
now.
There's a lot of fluids.
Oh
in
yeah,
this movie.
yeah.
What else? I don't know, dude. I had so much corny fun with Anaconda and the practical effects.
Yeah.
I know there's some real 1997 CGI in this movie, sure,
The
but
speed up swirly thing
Yeah.
that the
yeah,
snake does.
it was like the finisher move that it had for
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah,
Not
It's like-
great.
it's like straight out of like WWE Raw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But there was a couple of scenes where right after they did, especially when it ate Owen Wilson's character, right? And it like
Wow.
it squeezed him, and then he's like, right, and then he goes into the water, and then as it's after the whole fight's over with, and they're all like, oh my God, let's get out of here. It
This is the
swims
best.
by, and Owen Wilson's body and face are sticking out of the snake's belly. And
He's
it's,
got like
Oh,
an
that was great.
look on his face from inside
Whoa.
the snake's belly.
Was that Owen Wilson or was that John Voight?
that was Owen
No,
Wilson.
that was Owen Wilson.
No, dude, John Voight.
Oh, he got
John
barked.
Voight has the best fucking death in this movie.
Oh yeah.
by far.
That's what it makes the entire movie.
Bro,
I was watching this movie this time just to get to that
it was
scene.
so, I don't remember.
'Cause I knew it was
I didn't
coming.
remember it, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." He does something that I've never seen a dead man being thrown up by a snake do before, right?
Mhm.
So he's fighting the snakes, the big battle. He's using J Lo and Ice Cube. He's using J Lo and Ice Cube as bait.
Yeah.
Ties him up, throws monkey blood on him. This dude
Uh-huh.
has it out for
He
monkeys.
hates monkeys.
Hates monkeys.
Yeah.
It's monkeys.
And then the snake comes, and it's a different snake because they killed the last one with
Yeah.
a bolt action
this
rifle.
is Mama Snake.
Don't get me started on the gunplay in this movie. It's so stupid. But they get this one's like black with red stripes, and it's like the mommy snake. It's like the big one, right? Comes in, it's sneaking him up on him. Then it attacks John Voight. It eats him, swallows him whole. Which, by the way, camera work on that was amazing,
Great.
right? The inside of the snake when you
Yeah.
see John Voight's face going into the throat.
I kind of want to see how they did that.
Perfect.
It'd be fun.
It was just a giant tube,
Yeah.
right? And then they just like lower it down on top of John Voight's
Put
face.
a bunch of lube in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Make it KY heavy. He gets eaten. Then it chases J-Lo
Uh-huh.
because apparently anacondas can eat like 7 humans in a day.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
be
Well, you know, it's
completely
a
fine.
60-foot long anaconda.
Well, at that point, it was
Whatever.
personal.
Yeah.
Well, they also established that at the beginning of the movie with the opening text
Uh-huh.
scrawl, where it's like it doesn't always eat. Sometimes it just likes to kill.
Yeah.
And then it likes to barf it up.
I love
again and
it.
again.
But that was the moment, right? So it eats John Voight, and then it chases J-Lo. And then as it's attacking J-Lo, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta get rid of this guy. So he John
Dude.
Voight gets vomited out of the snake. He's all like fucked up from like belly acid or
He's
something.
got a
It's
bunch of
just
goo
like
on him.
snake afterbirth.
But he is on his knees. He looks up at J-Lo and he goes,
Winks at.
and winks at her. And I'm like, This motherfucker gets eaten by a
got
snake,
choked.
and he's still freaking trying to flirt with this chick.
Staying in character.
It was the most ridiculous thing. I loved it so much. I'm like, whoever made that, whether it was John Voight or the director or the writer or whoever the fuck was like, John, when you get vomited by the snake, I want you to look up at J-Lo, look right at her tits and go, wink. Like, just do it. We'll see. It'll be like a cage thing. He's like, well, we could try it. And if it doesn't work, we'll leave it out of the movie. It's like, no. They saw it and they were like, we're keeping that in.
100%. Yeah.
We're
He
keeping
did it
that
as a
in.
joke. He was like, I'm going to fuck up this cake. And
Yeah,
they were like, that's genius.
Keep it in.
Perfectly in character.
I feel like every scene with John Voight was like that. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll keep that in.
Keep it in. 'Cause
Yeah.
I bet you working with him, like, I know he's a nice
Well, you
guy.
know,
and I'm not
they-
trying to talk shit, but
They kind of set him up to be just like Mr. Everything, right? I mean, there's the one scene I got on it right now where he like knows how to put a fucking trach in.
oh yeah, he like
they would have died a lot quicker if it wasn't a prank.
exactly, and that's part of the plot
They
He
too.
wouldn't, they
put
wouldn't have
that
died at
bug
all.
in there. He did that.
They can breathe.
You can't just attempt to kill me and then save me and then be like, well, you would be dead if it were not for me.
Yeah, Eric Stoltz's character, like the minute that he like called out all of John Voight's character's bullshit,
Yeah,
was a threat, and so like John Voight like
got him
took-
out of the
took him
picture.
out,
Yeah, but he saved his life because the whole plot was they needed to get out of the jungle,
Mhm.
but they didn't know how.
He kept
and
taking
he
it
was
deeper.
he was the only one who knew how to get him out of the jungle, but he was just using them as
It's like, hey man, there's a giant native built King Kong wall across the river. Oh, just blow it up. Big deal. It's full of snakes.
Don't worry about it. It's just baby snakes.
Baby snakes.
Go back to mommy, baby. It's fine.
That's another.
Babies. All of them babies.
Well, how do we get them off the boat?
Come on, babies. Come on. Thank you, Mama.
That's another King Kong thing, dude. The wall is built to
Yeah,
keep
the wall,
the
yeah.
giant snake out.
Yeah. Keep people away from the giant
Because, a
snake, yeah.
wall will,
But then
keep a snake
they go to
out.
this like what was the final battle scene? It was like in this big building. It was like a
Like an old,
it was a
old
sawmill.
mine or something like
It was
that.
like-
one
well,
of
it
those-
had blades and stuff. Like
Could've
they
been
were
a
cutting
sawmill,
trees up
yeah.
and stuff. Like they were cutting the forest down.
Mhm.
And I think maybe is there like an environmental message behind this? Like the first people that went out there created a sawmill to chop down the Amazon rainforest, and then the snake got revenge on
Look,
them and ate
man,
everybody.
all I know is along the Amazon River, there's apparently all of these settlements that stupid white people built that all got eaten and taken over by
I love every time they run
jungle.
into something, they're like, "We should go check it out, see if there's supplies."
there's some
Like,
fuel over there.
bro, don't.
Yeah. Just leave the Amazon alone.
You seem fine.
Man versus
listen.
nature, you're not going to win.
Look,
It's like, leave the indigenous peoples alone.
at the end of the movie when the indigenous people come out of the forest and then Ice Cube is like, I need to get my camera. And J-Lo's like, yeah, let's make a documentary now. And there's like all their friends are
Yeah,
dead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just put the camera down, bro.
I'm really glad to know where your priorities are.
Also, like that film camera doesn't record sound, so it'd kind of be worthless.
Just be completely worthless.
Yeah. You know who the real star of this movie was, though?
Who's that?
Danny Trejo.
John Voight's ponytail.
Oh, pretty
That
epic.
greasy son of a bitch. Just perfect. Everything about his
I
character is
feel
perfect.
like they started this movie with a clear vision of how it was going to go. And it was going to be like a serious horror movie, like a psychological thriller. And then they were like, we're going to get John fucking Voight, you guys. And everybody was like high-fiving each other. And they were like, this movie's going to be sick. We're going to win an award. And then John Voight came to set with a ponytail. And they were like, yo, what's up? And then he started talking like this. And they were like, oh, God, what is up? And then he was just like, what? I'm in character.
You can't hit the play.
And then they were like,
"Fuck,
fuck it, just go with it.
it's okay." They tried to convince him that this was not a good move, and he's like, "No, I've done a lot of research."
Mhm.
Sitting there eating
It's
a
the best-
banana
it's
with
the
his
best way to
pocket
go.
knife.
And right now, John Voight is sitting in his fucking garage right now, rewatching it
It's
with a
garage.
beer in his hand. Yeah, and a hot dog in the other hand. He's just like,
I had a lot of
I
fun
was
when I
like-
made that movie.
That was a good role for me.
That was a good movie.
still holds up. People are still talking about it. He's watching us right now.
Live.
Wasn't this around the time where like Angelina Jolie was blowing up, and because he was her
I don't know.
father, he was
97.
like getting a lot of roles and stuff like that?
John Voight has always been
Yeah, he's
a
always been solid.
hireable actor.
How old was Angelina Jolie in 1997?
I don't know, I'd have to Google it.
Isn't that when they made was it
Gia?
no, not Gia, I want to
It's
say
a
Tomb Raider.
S series.
No. Oh yeah, 97. Tomb Raider 1. No, I think that was 2001. Hold on.
That's fine.
Look it up, Dutch.
I'm looking it up. Angelina.
2001 was Tomb Raider. So this is only a couple years after that.
Girl
3-4
Interrupted, I
years.
think, was in between.
Yeah. So she
was born in 75. So she
was Tomb Raider
Hackers was 95, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she
was Tomb Raider
20,
like
so she would have been 22.
Was Tomb Raider like her big like
That was like
statement role?
That was like her first like AAA
Yeah.
like headliner role, I think.
Still a good movie. I watch it every once in a while. I still like it.
I know you love that movie.
She used stuck boobs in there.
Yeah, you know, it's game accurate.
Yeah, she had video game boobs.
Yeah, she had video game boobs,
What
which
a-
is totally fine.
What did you guys think of the like I got the movie going on, so I'm just thinking of these things. The snake vision, where it's like it
was very-
we're through the water and you can see the
It was very like
point
Jaws.
of view.
Very Spielberg Jaws.
There's that
I
kind
dig
of
it.
stuff because that kind of stuff bugs the shit out of me.
You don't like Monster Vision?
I don't like Monster Vision.
Oh,
It
wow.
makes my heart brace.
You're gonna hate dog soldiers.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fine as long as I know it's coming.
You don't want the
But-
monster's perspective?
Not really. I mean, I
How
get
very
it. It's
one-sided of
it's a
you.
cool thing, but I was just.
Well, I liked
wondering
it when they did the Dutch angles because Dutch angles are.
Oh, I
only-
know you love Dutch angles. It's your
Dude,
favorite.
If you put a
Of
Dutch
all the
angle in there,
angles,
and
that's
I'm
your
like,
favorite.
if you do this with your camera, I get you.
You're like, you're making a movie. Nah.
Put a Dutch angle in it.
You just do this.
Is your
now.
favorite all-time movie Battlefield Earth?
Is it all Dutch angles?
Yeah, it literally is.
As soon as you do this with your camera, Alex is popping this emoji
Well,
out.
yes,
This-
yeah.
this,
Well,
this
it's
little
meant
that is
picture
your favorite. That
perfect
is your favorite emoji.
because I think it's that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
mom.
that's my emoji.
yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's very good.
Scoozy.
Scoozy.
Now I'm doing this for me Scoozy from now on. This is no
Scoozy.
longer perfect.
Yeah,
This is
no.
me Scoozy.
Scoozy.
I'm gonna do this before I text you.
No, okay.
As
Scoozy.
pardon me.
Oh, yes,
Miss
yes.
Scoozy. You'll get this.
Okay.
And then you'll get a text from me.
Perfect. I'm down.
The audio only are just like, what the fuck right
Yeah,
now?
the Scoozy. No, it's the Dutch angle. It just tickles me because I know what the Dutch angle is for, and I know it was like it's way overused in certain areas.
It's to make you horny.
It's it's supposed to show that either you're making the audience uncomfortable because it's slightly off kilter, and you're like, oh, it's trying to signify to the audience without outright telling them that something bad is about to happen or is happening currently, or you're talking about it's like from the
Yeah,
bad side of the angle.
The only angle that's better than the Dutch angle is the Butters angle.
What's the Butters angle?
I have no idea.
He's about to
Is
make
there
a
a
dad
Dutch?
joke.
Is a Dutch Butters angle?
Oh.
Yes. No one gets my humor.
No, you're weird.
You're not funny.
That was
No,
rough.
he is pretty funny. He can be.
He can be.
It's weird because you're like Mr. Stoneface, George Lucas,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And then there's other days where you're just like off the rails and it's hilarious.
It's like when George Lucas tries to make a joke
Uh-huh.
and you can't really tell if he's making a joke. or not. It's like Jar Jar was the key. I'm like, are you joking?
Every once in a while, he pulls this Wade thing out of his ass,
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
"What the fuck? Where did that come from?" It's great. It breaks things.
My humor is too highbrow.
It's Kadish's world. We all just live in it.
That's true.
Well, I don't know, man. This is a great B movie. It's not good. It's so ridiculous.
It's pretty
stupid. It's dumb. Like
it's bad good.
There's moments where like the sex in the jungle thing where we're all like, there's no fucking way you would
Yeah.
do that. Like
Yeah.
I love exploring the world. I've always wanted to be an explorer. I will go anywhere on the planet. I will go to Antarctica. I will not go to the Amazon. I am perfectly content watching documentaries about the Amazon and not going there.
That's what I
I-
have that Josh dude for on TV.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
his name?
The guy who gets bitten by everything?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that guy. Why would you go out? Your entire content is like, I'm going to get bitten by every poisonous thing in the planet. It's like, dude, it's like, what kind of masochist are you?
He's been developing his immunity to iocane powder.
Oh, shit.
I like the shows on TV with these kind of documentaries.
Yeah.
Where they go into the jungle and they unearth, old ancient Mayan ruins and shit.
Just wanted to see this.
Is this good stuff?
There
And,
needs to be a
there's-
John
they,
Boyd
they always
character.
they always find snakes and spiders and
Of course.
skulls and
That's where they live.
and some Indiana Jones shit. And
Uh-huh.
like, don't touch it. Don't
I
go
don't
there.
want to be the first one to go anywhere.
And it could be like spores and shit and weird.
You don't
fungus.
know. You could die.
You could get like King Tut.
I don't want to find
Like,
anything new and
who-
discover it.
Who was the first person to have that parasite crawl up their urethra and chop their dick
How
off
do
from
we
the
know
inside?
about that?
I don't want to be
You,
that.
you know, the first white guy goes into the jungle and they come across the tribe, and the tribe goes, he's already got a thing up his dick.
He's already dead.
He's already dead.
He's already
Might
dead.
as well kill him and eat him.
Yeah, that's probably what they're thinking. Like,
Yeah.
let's just get this guy out of this misery.
Yeah.
He's gonna die a horrible
Just
death.
cut his
Yeah.
head off, put him on a spit, spin him around.
Tell you not to do this. Don't be this guy. Oh boy.
Hit the drums.
You're gonna drive the audio guy nuts. I don't know. I keep saying because I don't know what to say. It's a stupid fun movie. I had a great time.
Do you
but I
recommend
also
people
hate it.
watch it?
No. What? It's so bad.
It's not that.
You had such
Come
a good
on.
time.
Yeah, but I don't want to put that on other people because
I do.
I'm kind of weird sometimes, and I'm like,
You
I
hate it when other people enjoy their
don't
lives.
like it. It's just a dumb movie. It's so stupid. It makes no sense. None of it makes any
You
sense.
giving it a score?
Yeah, it's like a 1-star crap fest.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a
You make
1-star.
Zero sense.
I'm feeling one with Jude.
This is a 1-star crap
Okay.
fest movie that I like. It's so bad it's good. That's where it's at.
But that's not a 1-star crap fest.
Yeah.
It is a 1-star crap fest.
That's a
We need to
5-star.
redefine your terms.
5-star crap fest.
This movie's so dumb. Dude, there's a scene where they shoot the snake with a bolt action rifle and she shoots it 4 times.
Yeah.
And they never reload.
I clocked that to Jude. I was like, isn't she supposed to pull the bolt
She needs
back?
to pull the bolt back. John Boyd didn't even pull the bolt back either. Like, they're just like, yeah, it's a rifle, right? It works. They're like, God,
Right.
there's nobody on that freaking crew that knows how a gun works. And he had a crossbow with a freaking arrow on it for some reason. Like, what?
Yeah.
And he uses like a dirty straw from a 7-Eleven cup to give that guy a trach. He
Oh, he
just
went like this first.
spits on it and then shoves it in the guy's
He had his,
throat.
he had his buck knife. He had his little,
Bro.
he had his little buck knife.
Your
that he-
spit is now in
Yeah.
my trachea. We are one.
He used that buck knife a minute ago to pick his teeth.
Yeah.
And he just cuts into that guy's throat.
his $25
He's
$25 buck knife.
digging out an ingrown toe at one point too.
You're telling me that guy puts a freaking snorkel mask on, he doesn't feel the bug flying down his
Right?
throat? Oh,
How long
That was gnarly.
underwater breathing through
Yeah.
that thing for like a solid 9
it
minutes?
breathes in and this
first.
bug goes
And-
down his throat. And it's just, and then he pulls it out and he's like, very poisonous.
It's not good.
I hate how you do that. It's creeping me out. You're putting a little icky feeling in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
belly every time
And
you
it's
do
her
it.
birthday. Don't give her icky feelings on her birthday.
That's how I felt every time John Boyd was on scene. It's like icky.
Yes. Yes.
I think John Voight deserves an Oscar.
For this role?
Oh, he thought he was getting one.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to sell this shit out of
Yeah,
this.
man.
It's going to be great.
And
when I die, I'm going to wink at her.
Owen, is it Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
Oh, his
Yeah.
agent said, "Hey man, you want to make a snake movie?" And he's all, "Yeah,
Wow.
that'd be cool."
Sounds like a great
Never
idea.
made a snake movie.
Yeah.
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 And this was pretty early in his career.
Very
too,
early.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Might be like his first movie. I don't
Well,
know.
when was, I don't know, when the earliest movie I know him from was Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Oh, much later.
Like he did a lot of Wes Anderson's early movies.
2005 was Wedding Crashers. Yeah. So he's well established by then. Yeah, it's a 1-star crap fest, man. This is a 1-star movie that I love
I
to
think
watch.
You are a
It's
party
not
pooper.
a good
I don't
movie.
think you understand how 1-star crap fest works.
I also don't know how sequels work. So there you go. Dutch, what about you?
Or comedy.
Now I'm going to make you watch Anaconda Blood Orchid.
Cool.
next
Hellraiser Deader.
Anything with that chick in it. Whatever you, yeah.
I'm going to kind of like do a Jude this week and grade the thing on B grade snake movies.
Sure. Okay.
I knew it was going to catch on eventually.
5 years later.
This
It's all been worth it.
and this is the granddaddy of B movie snake movies as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to give it like 4.5 stars.
Wow.
Whoa. What the
On-
This
fuck?
is
on-
all I needed.
Happy birthday. On the scale of crappy snake movies, this
Damn
is
it.
this is a
If that's
4.5
not
star
if that's
movie.
not on critic list this afternoon, I want it officially down.
They
That
were-
you rate this as a
they were-
4.5.
I mean, look at this.
On the scale of crappy snake movies is my favorite thing you've ever said.
I had a blast watching this.
Okay.
And I was watching it by myself. Actually, I think I
Jerking
watched
it.
part of it. No, I watched a part of it with a couple of the guys in our Discord.
I remember that.
But yeah, we had a great time. It was fun. And is it a good movie? No.
No.
But it's a lot of fun.
Fun,
I had a great time watching this movie.
He shoots that monkey out of the tree, and everybody's like,
Yeah. Oh, poor monkey.
And he's like, I need bait.
Yeah.
He's like swinging it around by his tail.
I mean, if there was tits in this movie, it'd be 5 stars.
There are tits in this movie.
There is?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's
Snake
5.
boob?
No.
I don't remember any tits.
At the
It's
very
not native tits. Don't
tits.
get-
Native tits.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah, those
I'm
don't count.
I'm
Those
not-
don't
those
count.
Those don't count.
No.
How do native tits
Because
not
the
count?
native tits are just native tits. They're just
'Cause
out. It's like a dude
if
walking
you-
around with his shirt off.
If you jerk it to National Geographic,
Yeah.
you're like
It
inappropriate.
doesn't-
Also, Alex, if you remember the Bounty rules, so when we watched the Bounty,
Native
none,
tits.
none of those tits counted.
The bounty tits didn't
Well,
count.
they were pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. They were pretty good.
Come on,
Yeah.
dude.
But I'm not jerking it to these,
Oh, wait, hold on.
jungle titties.
Hold on. And we're adding a caveat to this where they have to be jerkable tits.
Maybe. Maybe.
They have to be jerkable tits to count as a half a star. Are you fucking for real?
I like it.
on the jerkable tits scale. I give
like
these tits 2.8.
They can't just
Where-
be tits.
Where is it on the jerk scale? It's a 0. Native titties. No good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what
How
good are tits if you can't jerk to them?
I know.
showing the tits for before
Those
I
are-
touched my dick?
Look, those are functional.
Oh my God.
Those are functional native jungle
Functional.
milk titties.
The 4-wheel drive.
It's like-
He's making sense.
yeah.
Everything he's
No.
saying is accurate,
No.
but I don't like it.
I'm not doing it. So 4.5, no 5.
Jerkable tits.
Jerkable titties. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
On the scale of jerkable titties,
We need to clip this and put it on
0.
social media.
Yeah.
More people,
Get us banned even more.
more people need to hear this.
Welcome back to the Salty Nerd Podcast.
Welcome back, buddy.
Haven't had conversation like that in a while.
He's not even drunk.
Mm-mm.
He's on
No.
his first beer.
On my first
Oh, boy.
Psycho Chomp sour cherry mead. Thank you for bringing me this.
You're welcome.
I love these. It's like wine on ice.
Get
They're
it.
great.
Right. Jude.
Okay. I don't know how to say anything after that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
wanna-
hard one to follow.
Yeah, I don't want to come after
No pun
that.
intended.
Yeah. Anyway. Just thought about I was like, I don't want to come after that. This movie is a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
I definitely recommend if you have not seen it, you should.
Sure.
Super fun. On the scale of shitty snake movies, this is right up there. Yeah. Great B movie. And I feel like this time in movie making, it's hard to make a really good B movie. I feel
Mhm.
like you're getting a lot of just like shitty, low budget movies that nobody cares about, and you watch it and you're like, that was a fucking waste of time. It's really hard to find that magic camp ingredient. And this has it. I don't know what the fuck John Voight is doing throughout the entire movie, but you sure remember it. It's nice to see J-Lo before everybody hated her. I had a great time. I got super horny. I'm still horny. 4.5 Anacondas, and they all want some.
Nice. All right, Kadish.
I don't want some. I remember watching this movie in the theater back in, what was it, 97?
97.
And walking out of the theater being like, I never need to see that again.
But
And I
you-
never did
You're
until,
probably horny though, right?
no, didn't get, what wasn't my thing. I'm actually more in Alex's camp on this one. This is a 2-star movie at its best.
Mhm.
I can appreciate the camp factor, and watching it with Jude was a lot of fun, but it is not a good movie by any means at all.
I think it's borderline cult classic.
I
Sure.
think, I think
I
it
think it's
qualifies.
yeah. right there.
Like I will agree that in the category of crappy snake movies, it is top tier.
There you go.
You guys just made my little B movie heart grow 3 times.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
from an objective standpoint, Alex is probably more accurate than
Yeah.
I am, but I'm giving it 2 stars.
Okay. On that final note, I don't want to end the podcast quite yet because I want to bring something up. There is a movie about a snake that I remember watching when I was a kid, and it scared the living shit out of me. It's from 1999, and it stars Mr. Miyagi himself, Pat Morita,
Oh,
Okay.
and it's called
I'm intrigued.
King Cobra. And I suggest we add it on to the list of the Salty Nerd podcast movies that we watch in the near future.
Okay.
sure.
because I remember this movie, and there's one scene in particular that gave me nightmares as a kid. I'm not going to spoil it for you,
Okay.
but it involves a giant snake and a woman in a bed.
Oh, geez.
Oh, we all know where that's going.
So I would like to,
Just like that scene in Nightmare on Elm Street where she's in the tub. And you see the hand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably more like that scene from Evil Dead in the forest.
Oh, in the tree.
Yeah.
But I just Googled it real quick, and I saw
Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi's in this movie.
Pat Morita.
I did not remember that. Yep, Pat Morita. Anyway, I suggest we watch King Cobra at a certain point in time.
I don't know if I ever need a reason behind watching a Pat Morita movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you remember Collateral Damage?
I do.
When they did the little and he broke his way through the windshield. Fuck, that movie was so funny.
That's what they did to the wall over
Yeah, no-
Yeah, man. I'm down for your King Cobra movie.
yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Good deal. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching the show. Really do appreciate it. If you are a continuing supporter of the Salty Nerd Podcast, please share the video with your friends, fellow cinemaphiles, or people who just like weird, shitty movies.
If you like bad snake movies,
If you like,
this is the podcast for you.
If you like movies with jerkable titties,
jerkable titties,
then
that's a new category.
okay.
Jerkable titty movies.
Are the titties jerkable?
What month would that fit in?
Jerkin July.
We're going to eventually run out of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
Jerking it.
Jerkin it July.
Well, no, June Claude Van Damme is
Yeah.
June.
Yeah.
We don't have anything for July.
True.
So jerk it July.
So July is going to be titty month going on.
Oh,
We'll start next year.
I love and hate that.
Can we just? We need to map out the entire year.
How about
'Cause
Dick
we've got
December?
We've got Big Dick December.
Big Dick December.
It's my favorite.
Jerkin it July.
I like Big Dick December. We should do that.
The podcast that talks about porn. We watch it so you don't have to.
No, but that's it. There's no porn.
There's no porn.
There's not porn, but
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
not to you.
we're talking about like big dick energy, not necessarily like
Yeah,
big
yeah,
dicks.
yeah. We're on to
And
something.
I'm not talking jerkable titties. Got to be jerkable
Listen,
titties.
if we're gonna do Big Dick December, we're not watching any porn. I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I disagree with Jude on that one.
I was just making a Kadish joke.
It's too high.
Too highbrow.
Doesn't work.
Sense of humor is so smart.
You have to be in a mahogany chair smoking a stogie, to be like
Reading leather-bound books.
reading leather-bound books. Have you heard the lowest joke about the shitting log? All right, folks. That's it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below your favorite shitty snake movie. We'll see you next time. Stay salty.
Is it just me, or does the jungle make you really, really horny?